Okay, so for this problem on slide 8, we have a softball player slides to a stop on base. So slides to a stop is an indication that they are slowing down. Slowing down means that there is some sort of acceleration that's not zero because there's a change in motion. And so the forces are going to be unbalanced. And so the interaction diagram for our softball player would be our main focus here. Okay, and she is standing on top of the ground. Actually, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So she's standing on top of the ground, and they're all on Earth. Okay, so the softball player standing on top of the ground would be a normal force, and they both have an interaction with the Earth. But they also have, since the softball player is sliding to a stop, so we see that the softball player is moving in this direction. Okay, and then the ground will be, because this is kind of like a rubbing against each other, the ground will be moving in the direction opposite of the softball player. Okay, and so then they have a force that we call friction for that side to side, that sideways interaction. So we have our softball player here, and the softball player is being pushed up, right? Let's make that line a little bit longer. So the softball player is being pushed up. On the softball player is a push by the ground, and there is a down, a force of gravity on the softball player from the Earth. And this is where we see the interaction with the ground, right? So the ground is acting opposite of the direction that the softball player is moving. So we say that this force of friction on the softball player from the ground. And you have to keep asking yourself, like, what is the softball player feeling from the ground, right? So this is what the softball player is giving to the ground, and this is what the softball player is feeling from the ground. And this is what the ground would feel from the softball player. This is what the softball player is feeling from the ground.